Hello, this is Peppino.
Hello.
He's my husband and the father of our 3 children. And yeah, my first and preferred birth supporter. He's also a doctor and he works as a shaman and emotional coach. And yeah, he was bringing his skills also into the birth, and today we want to speak with him about his experience as a father in these processes of supporting the kids coming to the world. So,
let's go for it.
Yes.
When I speak about it now, I see that it was completely changing the way I'm relating to the birth. For me, I'm a doctor and I've seen birth in the hospital, and I'm also trained in knowing all the bad things that can happen. So you can imagine that for me it was very challenging to agree to something like this, even if I like the idea, but inside of me all the fears and the image I had of all the things that could happen, all the emergencies. I even have a training in emergency medicine, so I know the details of what can go wrong, and this was making it very challenging. So it was a strong experience, and I think it gave me difficult times in the months before, not so much in the birth moment, where I was more, trying to make everything happen to support my wife, Simone, here, in making all her needs, satisfied, in her being comfortable, in cooking and changing the water, whatever, I was more a working machine, and giving her smile and touch, and to say yes to everything that she wanted, finally. For one day, everything was a yes. But in the time before was difficult. And I think what was helping me, it was to take care of my fears. So there is often a dynamic in the couple where if the wife is the one having the child, then she needs to lead. And I think it's like this because she needs to go through something big and she will do it by herself somehow. But if she wants you to be there, then you have to be there comfortable. She cannot drag you in any place or constellation that she would like to happen in this way, because you need to be comfortable with yourself. So you need to share your fears. And if the wife is listening now, you need to listen to your husband and also to give space to his fears, because they are important. He's bringing another view, maybe a little bit more realistic. Sometimes, he wants to bring you to a hospital. But it's not about the action, because he wants to bring you to hospital because he's afraid. And the fear is genuine. Then the action is after. So what was helping me, it was to share my fears, to see where it's coming from, to clean my brain, to ask questions to the midwives, to bring good circumstances, because when you work on the fear, then how many things, I don't know if we were really changing our plans on how the things should happen, but for sure we were checking things, we went in learning more about childbirth, because maybe the mother is studying all the time and the father is not studying all the time because it's not touching him directly. So when she says, I want to make home birth, I don't know anything about it, and I need to feel my fears to start to study also myself and to get calmer for myself. So, well, this is briefly how it was. The experience itself is amazing. Because you are in your house, you are an active part, you're not like this watcher, you cannot do anything in the corner in the hospital. I would even say maybe finally you go to hospital if you feel like this is the right thing to do. But I think when you share and you acknowledge that you are two people and you want to do this together, and the wife has some ideas and the husband has some ideas, and you look at yourselves like you are two knowledges. It's not you, the wife wants to do it one way, the husband wants to do it another way, one wants the home birth, one wants the hospital. If you listen to both of you, then you are together, and then the choices that you will make, they will be grounded, and you will feel the power of the couple. So I think, I don't want to say only, it was amazing and the hospital is not good, because I think for some people the hospital is great. For me it was amazing to have the birth at home, so I have to say, and to be an active part. How you are in your house, it's amazing. And again, the important thing is for me communication. The husband listened to the wife, and the wife listened to the husband.
And how did you arrive to this, let's say, inner peace that you could surrender to the home birth?
First, as I said, I need to acknowledge that you make the birth. So I am a space holder, and I need to provide the best setting. I'm part of the setting, let's say, in this case. So I needed to find in myself what's the best for you. Not because you say this is the best, but I needed to feel it inside myself. So I think one talk after the other that we had, I realized that you were really more comfortable at home. And this was making me relax. And I think every birth is different. We also had the kids in different places, and I had different fears. And I see the role of the father in the birth is really to create this kind of safe nest. To check how far you are from the hospital, and maybe you need to have an ambulance nearby to feel safe. And to bring these things, to reflect, to bring all the possibilities. I think where I was allowing myself to share these things with you, then this was making me relax. So one thing is to know that you are the one that needs to deliver, and how do I give the best of me in this situation, bringing also the challenges, I would say, that I see, and I tell to you, we need to solve this before, because finally the husband, I'm afraid that you die, or the child dies. I'm afraid of something bad that could happen. So it's not a joke. And it's so important to say these things out loud, and to see how you can reduce to zero all these possibilities. I think when I was also telling you this and you were listening to me, this was also what made me relax. We stopped to push and pull, and we went into this togetherness. Take your active part in the care that you want to bring to your wife and child. Do not believe you know better, because you know that it's not like this. Bring yourself. Bring yourself honestly, knowing that even if you are bringing some no, or maybe, or I'm afraid, this is for the highest good of your wife and your child, because you're not risking your life, and they do. So it needs a lot of compassion, but give yourself, come out from the corner of speaking and really bring all yourself into place. First thing I would say is, of course, hospital is less risky. Because in the hospital, if any life risky situation pops up, then you are there, you can go to surgery, you have blood in case of big loss. So, of course, for me, there is a big safety in the hospital. And I think home birth is not for everybody. In 2023, with all the technology we have, you can do also birth without checking anything, but you need to know you are, counting with a good luck. I wouldn't just close my eyes and say every birth is going well, because it's not like this. Because in the past, many kids were dying, and mothers, so it's not like this anymore. And I don't feel like playing games and saying home birth is just easy because you are at home and you are relaxed and everything is good. It's not like this. I think hospital give a lot of comfort. If you can be near hospital is great. If you can have an ambulance outside the house can also be great. To minimize the risk is what I would be focused on. What I think and see that home birth is bringing is that the wife, the mother, is at home. She's leading. She's more comfortable. She's more in her power. Nobody's telling her where to sit and to put herself in some strange position. She doesn't feel the pressure of, you need to make it now, it's too long, and all these things. But somehow also a good hospital can give you comfort. So I think you need to find your good place where you are relaxed. And take care, because many things that can make a birth risky you can know before, and you would like to know them before.
To make checkings before.
To check where the placenta is, to see where the cordon is, to see the position of the child, to check, because a first birth is not the same as a third birth, and first birth is a bigger process in general. I think you need to see where you feel you are quiet and calm. This is the move. I cannot say that one thing is better than the other. I can say which are the benefits of one, which are the benefits of the other, and then you need to see with yourself where you feel more in peace. Because if for a woman to go to hospital, it's feeling of threat, then you need to consider that, So this.
Thank you.
Welcome.